Hi, pipers! Hope you're fine. Today, we are not going to smoke. We are not doing anything. You just have to listen because I will bring you to one of my gypsy travelings. Today, we will go to a pipe maker that I didn't know before, and his name is Stefano Santambrogio. Okay? But hang on, before we need to do a little pipe history, a little Italian pipe history. How did the pipe start in Italy? We have the first factory in Italy. It's in 1800. It's called Pipellana. Nowadays, I've did a little research. You can't find anything about Pipellana, but I think Pipellana became Lorenzo, the factory Lorenzo, where it is possible to find still pipes. They are very, very classical and achievable for a very nice price. So, nice quality pipes, let's say like that. Well, why do I start there? I start there because Stefano Santambrogio is a pipe maker of the third generation. That means that his grandfather started to work in this ambience. And he started in the first factory. So he was working for Pipellana. Then after a while he changed and he worked for Pipe Rossi. Pipe Rossi in the north of Italy. It was a very, very big factory, and I guess almost all of the pipe makers that you can find in the north of Italy, which are a lot. I think all of them at a certain point they were working for Rossi. Okay? After a while, the grandfather of Sant'Ambrogio, he decided to get on his own. So he founded his factory in 1912. And what did he do? He bought a water mill because the machines, they were working with water energy. Very nice, no? And that's a kind of like a common thing because if you see Ardor or Brebbia, they were also using the energy of the water. So we have the grandfather who founded his own factory and he started to work by himself with his wife together. And then slowly, because the pipe production has its ups and downs, and he had the luck that he was working in a period where he could also have a lot of employees. At the point when the electricity came in, he had kind of like 40 employees working for him, which is quite a lot. So the grandfather left the factory to his son, his two sons. That means that in this factory, little Stefano was running around in between his dad and his uncle and all of the employees that they had. So when he talked about that, I had the feeling that must have been a beautiful time. You know, you're there, you have a lot of people, you can just hang out, watch, be curious, and just be there and inhale everything what you can see. What makes this to you? That makes that you get a bunch of experience, even if you don't want to. You just have it there, which is beautiful. And since he really likes this kind of work, he used it in a very intelligent way. So he continued with Sant'Ambrogio, and nowadays the factory got back reduced to himself and his wife, which is very nice because it started with his grandfather like that, and he is working in the same way like his grandfather. So Stefano is very, very he likes very much the fact that all the states of the pipe production is made by himself. So he does the design, he chooses the briar, he does the cutting, everything, until the finishing part, which is doing his wife. And this is kind of like interesting because in the whole history of pipe making, you always have the women who are doing the final part of the pipe making. Well, what are we going to do now? I'm going to show you one of the pieces because of course, I'm not going to a pipe maker to get away without no pipe. And then I can't resist, so not one, not two, yes, three. But I only will show you one of them. Okay, so we will open one of these bags. And here it is. You can see. Wow. I will come closer because you need to see that better. You can see the name on it. It's a rusticated pipe. It has a very, very, very beautiful shape, which stays nicely in the hand. I like the mouthpiece, I like the color. I just like everything on that pipe. Well, maybe you realize that I'm a little bit more fascinated by the rusticated pipes. But let's talk a little bit about how pipes are working. So if you look at the smooth pipes, there are different kind of ways to work them because you can't choose if you want to do a smooth pipe or you want to rusticate it, because kind of like that one is decided by the wood, the quality of the wood that you have, for example, when the grain fits exactly to the form of the pipe. Then in Italy you say you have la fiamma, which is a beautiful effect because you see the pipe and it looks like the pipe is in a flame. So it's a beautiful measuring on the pipe. If you have this perfect fit and you cut it the other way around, then you have the effect of the bird eye. I guess you have already seen that, which is beautiful. And if you have the fiamma, the bird eye is on the top of the chamber. Nice, no? So, you never know what the wood is preserving for you. So, you maybe have an idea and then you have a little black spot, or you have like a bowl of air inside, and then you have to rusticate it or sand it. So, one thinks that rusticate the pipe is easy, but you have to know how to ruin the supervision of the pipe in order to have a beautiful result. Okay, so I don't want to be next to the machines who are doing the rustication or the tools, because if you look how they do that, that's scary. Okay. So the way of producing pipes or doing pipes is very, very personal. And talking with Stefano, because I have to tell you how I got there actually. Well, I was on the way to Italy and I found myself in a traffic, very, very bad traffic. So I thought like, okay, or I stay here in the traffic, or what do? I leave the highway and I go to Gavirate and I go to a pipe maker that I always wanted to go and never had time. So I thought like that's the perfect moment. Looking on my mobile phone for a phone number, and there was nothing. You cannot find a phone number. I didn't even find an email. So the only thing that I found was he's on Facebook. So I thought like, okay, let's try to contact with Facebook. I was not sure if I will get a message back or not. So I wrote a message like, hey, if I'm there in 1.5 hours, is there somebody or it will be closed? And then after like a short time, bing, I had the message back, says, yeah, I'm there, you can come. So out of the highway and happily in direction of Santambrogio. And when I arrived there, it was already dark. So getting out of my car, coming to the door, Stefano was already there waiting for me, and he was looking at me kind of like skeptical. I said, what does she want from me? But he was very polite, and he led me to his studio, and we started to talk. And then the more we were talking, the more I guess he found out my passion for the pipes, and that of course made him thrilled about that. So he was very, very friendly, talking about everything. He even showed me his working space, so where all the machines are, where he's actually producing the pipes. And this is not so common that the pipe makers are making you have sneak in, because they don't want to reveal a lot of kind of things, which I can understand. So I never ask. I just see what happens. And this was a very, very nice experience, because he has a beautiful working space, and it's just everything is there, and you can see it's worked, but it's very, very cute, like his pipes, as you can see the result. And we had a very, very nice chat. We were talking a lot, and the way he's talking, the way he's explaining, it's very, very heartwarming, because he said, for example, the thing what made me laugh, he said like, I have a lot of experience, because I'm working already for a long time in this pipe making. So if somebody who is doing the pipes for himself, or having a small production, and it takes him like 4 hours to do a pipe, I can do it in half an hour. Because he said like the pipe has to function. It has to be functional, and it has to be a nice shape. It has to smoke well. So he was starting like, so why should I be there like with the sandpaper, like doing like this for 4 hours, if I can use a machine that can help me to have a little bit of a rapid production. Because in the end, it's also his work, he has to get his plate filled because of selling pipes. So you can't like make it take forever to have like a pipe ready. So that idea I like it very much. Well, I'm talking too much. You are probably all fell asleep already. I hope not. And I will leave you with my Santambrogio pipe. I want to take the occasion to thank Stefano for our meeting, for having for having me gotten the possibility, I don't know, to be in his studio, to have his company for quite a long time, and to listen to a lot of interesting stories. So thank you, Stefano, for your time and for your talking. I will come closer with the pipe so you can close the video with just looking at this beauty. Thanks for your patience. Leave comments and we see tomorrow.